This is for you guys that hate leg day and you girls that want to develop an amazing lower body. I'm Eric Snell, the author of the Fit Businessman book, and I'm trying to help you find the tools and the toys to make training more enjoyable. And today we're going to discuss spikes. Spike shoes are used mainly in athletics and they help you run faster on synthetic tracks, indoor or outdoor. And the idea is, of course, that the quarter-inch spikes dig in and you get a better grip and you can actually run faster than otherwise. Another good thing about these shoes is they're very, very light. So when you run with them, you're going to be able to circle your legs faster. And maybe the best advantage, especially for kids, is that you automatically run more on the ball of your feet, which is one of the basic things when you want to run fast. You can't have your heel slow you down, especially in the shorter sprints. Now, spikes come in different structures, and you usually have less spikes in long distance shoes. You usually have a harder sole for the shorter sprints, and of course when you have a stiff shoe model that's very hard, it's going to take a toll on your Achilles tendon. You're definitely going to be running fast. A flat surface, it's very similar to when you do powerlifting or squatting, and people recommend to use shoes that have no kind of support, so there is no thick mattress there. You really have contact, and really hard contact to the surface. Sometimes people even run with these without socks. Maybe you can save a couple of grams there as well. But the idea is that your big toe should be used when you sprint, for instance. So you have to feel and roll over the big toe, and so you can push even with the toe. And I think that's sort of a good cue when you try out the shoes, when you run with them, to really think that can you really use the big toe to produce more force. So the idea when you're on the ball of your feet is very similar to the platform shoes. You probably see me use those. Here you don't extend the Achilles tendon that much though, but you do feel it. So personally, I can't run with spikes every day. No way, not at all. But still, I would recommend using them in practice. I know some coaches might say, especially for younger athletes, that no, you just wear spikes in the competitions because the injury risk is too high. I think it's a great idea to use them as much as possible, but you have to be very careful, of course, warm up properly, and don't overuse them. They're also very handy in the winter because if the track is icy, you actually get a better grip, so it's actually safer to run with them. And why this is a great tool is because it feels almost like ice skating, and I mean ice skating on a lake. You know, when you put your hands on the side and you have a tailwind and you can really feel the speed, and that's the feeling I get when I use spikes. It's amazing. It's like flying almost. So if you have a tailwind, you put spikes on and you start to run, you will actually notice that your technique will improve, and it's a lot of fun. It's really a difference of, you know, if you have a person, you go for a walk or you go inline skating. What would a kid like to do? Well, inline skating, of course. Well, this is the same thing. Of course, these are not that easy to find. Sometimes you just find kid sizes because people think that if you're over 25, you shouldn't use them. But I'm telling you, there's a lot of tools and toys in different sports that even a common desk worker, workaholic like us can use, and this makes training much more fun. So please give it a try, and come back to this channel. I will show you some other tools and toys that I use, and hopefully you can train and have more fun going forward. I'm Eric Snell, the Fit Businessman, and you've been watching Explosive Mode.